All right, y'all, that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. And it sucks because it was something I thought could be fun, but between people and YouTube, I don't think it's gonna work. So, first of all, I want to apologize a little bit for the title. At this point with YouTube, we get demonetized for any and everything. So I can't a lot of times be 100% direct about the video in the subject line because it'll get demonetized. So what am I talking about? I hope I didn't scare anybody. I'm not leaving YouTube. Well, not right now anyway. By the way, somebody really didn't want to move. She's tired. It's been a long day, and so I'm just letting her be here so I know I'm way out of frame. But like, it was a pain to have to move the camera and reposition it because I can't always get it level, so my sleeping co-host. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit today about the videos from Monday. It's you know, YouTube is interesting because it's hit or miss, right? And that's fine. I don't mind that. You can spend a lot of time and energy in a video and it doesn't do very well, and that's fine. But something I really felt drawn to talk about, it's weird, I go back and forth about it in myself with some of the funny political stuff I see. I used to on the other channel, content did really well, people seemed to like it. One thing that irritated me though is that I was labeled as everything under the sun. I was alt-right, I was a white supremacist, I was a racist, and then people also thought I was part of Antifa. Like, literally, people put me everywhere, and I think, obviously for people who like have critical thinking skills, like, see, I don't want to sound rude, I don't want to be like people are dumb, but here's the thing, there's a lot of dumb people, and I do a lot of dumb shit, so I'm not saying I'm super fucking smart, but like, I would say this, people who don't take in all the information and pay attention to it will draw their own conclusions to shit and jump the gun before they have all the info. And so what would happen is, like, people would just read the title of a video and then go ham on me. And I would have it from all directions. And I was just like, how can I be alt-right and supporting Antifa? Like, how, it doesn't make sense. It just, you know, people thought I was pro-Hillary and pro-Trump, like all over the place. And I think it's because I don't have a hardline stance either way. As I've said before, and I'll say again, my view on politics is holy shit, how silly. Like, that's literally how I look at politics, and I giggle. I'm like, oh my god, these motherfuckers are crazy. And so I thought it would be fun for me to share my opinions on political stuff, because I look at it as just absolute silliness. It's all just like, I've said this before, to me it's really bad staged musical theater, and even bad musical theater is really good musical theater. So it's just funny to watch all these, like, for me, my perspective, not saying what you should do or how you should think, but since I think they're all full of shit, they all lie, they all con everyone on both sides, and in the end, I feel like the people who are really in power running the show, I'm kind of like a conspiracy theorist like that, like, I feel like they put these two parties in place to have us all fighting each other. And it's interesting to watch these still in the day, you know, the age of 2018, people still allow themselves to get so whipped up by what I feel like is a lot of faux drama, just this fake drama being created. I'm not saying there aren't issues. I'm not saying issues don't need to be fixed, but I'm saying I don't think the way we are running the country is going to fix anything right now. Period. From both sides, right? So that's my stance. I don't like Trump. I don't like Hillary. I don't like any of them. Any of them, period. I don't trust any of them. And I had a lot of fun kind of goofing on politics, on the whole thing, right? But then I also saw some hypocritical things. You know, I saw a lot of outrage culture be mean in the wrong areas, right? So I kind of watched this, you know, from afar, the progression of like Kanye West, and kind of seen, you know, like the SJW stuff has kind of like been less and less in content and in the news, and that's fine. Because I used to do a lot of SJW content, so I thought it was funny. So I still think it's funny. But I thought, you know what, I'm gonna test the waters today. So first of all, I thought, let's take a break from Peter Mon. Don't worry, for those who watch who like the content, it's not done. I am heavily trying to research some stuff before I put info out. I'll go over that quickly. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to make 100% sure before I make a claim on some of the things I'm about to talk about, I have all the info. And I've heard people say this, and I've even done this before, just put allegedly in front of something. And yeah, but I know what it's like to have somebody rip through your life and your credentials and act like they're an expert and they don't know what they're talking about. That happened to me repeatedly. Like, case in point, people would say that like my resume's fake, which people actually creepily went to the levels of calling employers to verify it. Thanks, Nick Monroe. And I've heard people say, yeah, but you know, you've what was it they said? They said that the harassing dumb people were like, yeah, but you went and contacted his former employer. They think the video I did of Peter Mon, they think that video where somebody contacted the former employer is me. Because anytime anything happens, it's me doing a sock account, which I think is funny because that's never the case. But here's the difference. There was cause for Peter Mon. With mine, people literally created an outrage campaign with lies. And that's the difference. We actually see Peter Mon's behaviors. We're seeing not just the behaviors, but different things where he's putting a situation in danger, right? And with me, it was just faux outrage because, you know, moral virus's girlfriend was pissed and based mama. Oh, it's so stupid. But anyways, I digress. I just, as much as I don't like Peter and I don't like his actions, I don't want to do to him what others have done to me. I don't want to do to him what he did to me, completely. You know, I mean, I will defend myself tooth and nail when I have to, and I will giggle at them, and I will laugh at their expense, but there are some areas where I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. I loved it. Like, people would say, well, look at her resume. She'd only hold a job for like a year or so. She would get fired and she doesn't know what she's doing. She probably didn't work there. And I kept telling everybody, I'm like, it's because I worked contract jobs. And I used to say it, I'd take a contract. Some contracts with a client would last a month, 3 months, a year. Some are ongoing. In the marketing world, you don't have a lot of ongoing contracts. Like, have you ever seen the movies? Okay, for people who don't know like advertising, sales, and marketing, you ever see those movies? It's always like there's a movie where somebody's in New York and they're at an advertising agency and they want to land the client. It's the same concept. These companies, unless they're locked into years-long deals, which doesn't happen very often unless you're really big companies, and even then, they don't really do that a lot, or they do that in certain areas of their marketing. They go back and forth between different companies. They do bidding wars. They do who has the best campaign ideas. Like, it's similar to like I said, what you see in the movies. We lost the Anderson account. So yeah, my resume was very reflective of somebody who worked contracts. Now, a lot of it was employed work, but it was employed via a start date and an end date. So like, but people didn't know what they were talking about. So obviously I made up the resume and was just fired everywhere. Like, that's how people took it because they don't know what they're talking about. I don't want to do that with Peter Mon because as much as I don't like him, I still want to respect certain things that weren't respected about me, if that makes sense. So give me a little bit of time. I'm stockpiling shit. But I thought this week, anyways, I'm digressing. But I thought this week, let me test out the waters. And I was hesitant to do anything political for a couple reasons. Number one, I didn't know how everybody would take it because this isn't the same channel as the other JoySparklebS, not the same audience. Number two, I was like, it's gonna get demonetized, what's the point? But I found a couple of interesting stories. Like I said, I've lightly followed the Kanye stuff. I don't know everything going on with Kanye, but I feel like Kanye deep down is good intentioned. And I feel like even though he does mess up and make mistakes in communication, 100% agree with that. And I think he needs to change that. 100% agree there. I see outrage culture come down on him and not try to understand what he's saying. Instead, just attack, attack, attack. So I wanted to speak up about that for a while because I feel like I saw what he was trying to do. The other thing was, I think a lot of you guys agree, the bleach thing was hilarious. Like, it's just crazy. That woman going around in a train throwing bleach on men's crotches because they're man spreading. It's like, it's because they have like a dick and balls. They've got wiener and testicles that need room to breathe. It's simple. I mean, yeah, sometimes men are being dicks and inconsiderate, but women do it too. Like, so to the women who just like leave their purses and bags, should we just like, should we put chemicals on them or just shuck them across a train? It's just so stupid to me. But here's what's irritating. The majority of you guys liked that video, the bleach video, because I'm in the comments, y'all know I'm trying. I'm a little lacking on the comments, and I'll tell you why, guys. I'm exhausted. It's my fault. I'm not trying to bitch like, oh, I'm so tired, but I'm not sleeping lately, not well, because I'm nonstop working at videos. And you wouldn't think it's a lot of work, and to a healthy person it's not, but I'm aggressively trying to build the channel, which means that I am up until all hours of the night making videos. And if you guys notice, I'll make long videos. So some of these response videos, it's like me with a camera for 3 hours, and then lots of editing, and then exporting and waiting, and thumbnails. There's a lot to it. And I'm putting up lots of videos. It's my fault. Totally my fault. It's, like I said, part of me is, I'm working on, like I've talked about, anger from deleting the channel. My thing too. It's nobody's fault. It's just, it's what it is. I made the decision. I don't regret I made the decision. I'm angry that I felt I had to make that decision. Does that make sense? I'm angry that I feel like my safety and the safety of the people around me was so in jeopardy, I felt like I didn't have a choice. And that's what I'm angry about. I take responsibility for the fact that I did it, but I'm still processing some of the extenuating circumstances, as you guys know. Anyway, so I'm trying to build this channel really aggressively, and I'm not sleeping a lot because I want to make sure I upload at 1 p.m. every day, and I'm in the comments talking to you guys. I want to appreciate you guys. It helps build the channel. Like, it's a win-win for everybody. So if I'm behind on the comments, it's getting harder and harder. I'm gonna have to take a day off soon. And it's hard mentally to take a day off because I'm a hard-working type A personality. I know people like to say, "Oh, you fat bitch, get a job." It's just these people don't really understand me or know me, and that's fine. Some of the worst arguments roommate and I have, we don't really argue that much, but when we do, it's him being like, if you don't take a break, you're gonna get really fucking sick. Calm your ass down, go take a break. Like, take a day off. He knows me though, like he saw me work 2 or 3 full-time contracts at once and lose my mind and want to get to #1 throughout the country, which I was able to do in several campaigns. So he's, not that I'm trying to brag, I'm just trying to explain how we do things. So this is a little bit of a just kind of updating video and just kind of a venting video on the state of YouTube. So I'm a little bit frustrated because this is what YouTube does. It's so frustrating. You'll upload a video and you unlist it. That's the first thing you do. Or you put it to private. I typically unlist. And then you wait to see if it's demonetized. So in the beginning, both the Kanye West video and I'll call it the Bleach video. The Bleach video demonetized. So I took them down, and what you can do is I'll re-upload them, and I have a program that tells me what keywords or anything within the description or the title that could be triggering the AI. And it's been working lately. I've had it for like 2 weeks, and it's amazing because it was just so frustrating I'd make 2 videos a day because I knew one is gonna get demonetized, sometimes both, and it was just like all that work for nothing, you know? And I know everybody's going through it. So I'm not trying to be like, woe is me, but I'm just venting frustration that everybody's, something everybody's going through, and it's happening to me too. But I thought, I will work my way around it. And this is what will happen sometimes. You'll upload a video, you'll unlist it, it's green, monetized, all night, 24 hours monetized. Great, ready to go. You push publish, within 1 minute of it going live, demonetized. And it's just like, and so it's very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. And that's what happened with the Bleach video. And even though YouTube says this isn't the case, we all know that they're lying when they say, well, just because it's demonetized doesn't mean it fucks with you in the algorithm. It does. So that video did very poorly compared to the other videos. And same with the Kanye video. The Kanye video didn't do well either. And I'm noticing, and information has come out about this, that YouTube has basically been saying that to people that you subscribe to and notifications, it only puts out X amount % to those people of what you're doing. And the AI is going to favor content that looks friendly and that it thinks is going to do well. Like my long ranting videos, I do really well at. And it's funny because I didn't think that would be the case. People used to always bitch and say, don't do those long ranting videos, do a script. But I just like to free talk to y'all, and y'all seem to like it. But a lot of it is what the AI is programmed to choose to push. It's very strange, but I thought, let's put the toe in the water, right? Let's put the toe in the water and see what happens. And the Kanye one's doing okay. It's not doing great. They both did really, really poorly. And the responses on both were interesting. The Bleach one, I think most people thought it was silly, but a lot of people were like, wasn't this debunked? I had looked around and people kept saying it's fake, but I never saw the evidence of it. Granted, I created it like 3 days before I uploaded it, so maybe something else came out, but I didn't see it. And I thought the story was interesting considering this girl actually, the first campaign was really trying to be helpful to people. And it was just frustrating watching YouTube demonetize it, you know? And I was just like, and I guess I get it, you know, there's a woman lifting up her skirt and stuff, I understand. But again, it's frustrating. And that was like the Kanye video was like being very, very suppressed in the algorithms, and I was like, what's going on? So YouTube seems to be this, for the creators, and especially for me right now, seems to be a constant battle of doing content you love versus what your audience likes versus making the AI happy. It's a very strange dichotomy, and YouTube is, and creators are so fragile when it comes to the YouTube system, letting them kind of live or die with channels. And I'm trying to build my channel as much as I can, and we're getting there. You know, I think this is the 3rd straight week of solid uploading, and I'm seeing positive numbers, and today I had a hit in subscribers, that's not a huge deal. But it's all about, with YouTube, it's about a steady progression of uploading and building that momentum with the AI and with your content. It sucks because, again, I do enjoy goofing at this stuff, but at the same time, like, all of politics is very hypocritical, isn't it? And so, like, people made some really good points in the comments. You know, they were like, you know, they were talking about Kanye West, and what was it? There was one really good point, I can't remember it in detail, but it had to do with basically like, you know, Kanye's saying we're gonna have factories here and make stuff, and yet Kanye's like fashion line and his shoes are all made in China, and we know in China, like, it's crazy. Like, you know, like, you've heard, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, most people have, I think, or a lot of people, but you know, where they make Apple products in China, they have such a big problem. It's basically like almost forced slave labor. They have such a big problem with it that so many people would go up on the roof and commit suicide. They have nets at the bottom to catch you if you do. Like, that's insane. And so Kanye is making this tweet, and you know what? I gotta agree with it. I agree with the commenters on this. I agree with people when they say how hypocritical his statement was, you know, about let's bring factories here and let's make America great, when he is also, with his own products and his own line, contributing to the problem. Unless there's information that he's changing that and I haven't seen it. And if that's the case, y'all send it to me, you know, I'm open. You guys aren't wrong. You know, like, I will totally admit when I've missed something or I am being hypocritical, you know, and that was something that I missed in my commentary. It's just hard because I just want to laugh at it all. And I think we've gotten to this place where it's like, laughter isn't like allowed a lot of times, you know? Everybody's so hypersensitive about things that, in my opinion, don't matter as much, and the things that do matter, people are just blowing off, you know? I don't know, we're getting outraged over football games when people still can't get medicine they need. And I'm not saying, look, if you want to get outraged about football, go for it. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just saying, hey, I think people living and dying versus ideas of what we should do with football, or anything. I think people's lives versus ideas on how to live, people's lives come first. And I feel like as a society, we're losing sight of that because of all this liberal bullshit that's being pushed on us, this faux outrage. We're being told when to outrage, but the real things that should have the outrage are just, it's not silent, but it's not enough there to change things, right? And I'm not trying to get preachy. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do. I'm just venting my own frustration right now. And I just wanted to goof at all the political stuff, and it just seems like the climate's too sensitive and YouTube's not the platform to do it. And I'm not knocking y'all. Most of the comments were great. I hope you guys know I love you and I appreciate, and even if you don't agree, like, there's one guy, sweet guy, he always leaves a smile and a heart. Sweet person, and he was like, I disagree with you, but you know what? I fucking love you, Joy. He didn't exactly say that, but it was just like, I fucking love you too, disagree. I don't give a fuck, disagree with me. That's the kind of discourse. I love civil, fun discourse like that. We can be totally at odds at something and let's go fucking get a beer. I mean, I don't drink, but I'll have like a strong 7-Up with a lot of carbonation. I love it when the bubbles tickle your nose. I love that shit, like a strong 7-Up. Like, to me, if there's no carbonation, I'm like, what's the fucking point? This is flat, get this away from me. But that's where I'll get crunk. And I thought it was possible to do that again. And I don't think at this point it is. I think if I had a huge following, maybe. But I don't, obviously. I maybe never will, and that's fine. I want to build my channel as quickly as quickly as I can, but I also don't have expectation that it's gonna blow up or be some big deal. I don't. You know, I don't have the expectation of what happened last time. You know, I don't have that expectation. But it is frustrating. And it was funny, I even had one person who hates me be like, I like these videos, you should do more videos like this and we'd get along. The thing is, I have to weigh all these factors. And from looking at it, looking at the subscriber loss, looking at the way the AI is treating it, looking at the demonetization, and looking at kind of what your guys' thoughts are, I think it's better to not do any political content anymore. Now, here's what I'm thinking though. If you guys know, I had JoySparklebS, the first channel. This was the secondary channel. So if you ever hear me talk about this as being the secondary channel, you're confused, that's why. I have a third-dairy channel is what I call it. And it's called JoySparklebS. So it's JoySparkle, Joy space Sparkle space EFF for F, EFF space IT, JoySparklebS. I made that when I got strikes last time, and it was like overnight, I got like 7,000 subscribers, and I was like, well, I can't stream, let's make a streaming channel. I was blown away. I was like, how the fuck did I get 7,000 subscribers overnight? But I had I had a really loyal fan base and a decent size YouTube page at the time. It's still active. So here's what I'm thinking. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'm thinking about maybe bringing it back and letting that be more of like because this channel that you're seeing now is supposed to be like a vlogging channel, and like it was like a channel of like videos I find interesting, I don't think will do well on my channel, and vlogging and just kind of whatever I want, or like if I did a series, the second, the third, the fourth video would come up here, and now this is the main channel. So I'm thinking of turning JoySparklebS into that. And here's the other thing. I like to have content ready ahead of time, so I will make lots and lots of content, and some of it, because other stuff pops up, I never get to put out, and then it just sits there and it's not relevant anymore. So I'm wondering, would you guys like to bring JoySparklebS back? And if so, I can put out I can put out the content that I don't release so it doesn't go to waste. I can kind of do more vlogging stuff. I can upload Younow streams. Like I could, do that there. It's always nice to, it's not like it's gonna make a whole lot of money, but it would be nice to, have a little more income. Again, and I laugh because people are gonna go, oh, she's doing it for the money. We're talking maybe a couple $100 a month. We're not talking about much. We're really not talking about much. But these are just some thoughts I'm having. So, and then if you guys want to see some of the political commentary, I will use it for that channel, and we'll see how YouTube responds. What do you guys think? I'm thinking about it. But yeah, at this point, for this channel, for this right now, I'm going to be quitting doing anything political, unless it's something real crazy and funny that I really want to share. But otherwise, it's just too divisive. It is, it's too divisive, man. And, I know I do stuff like exposés, and I'm going after people who I think deserve it, who have been horrible and done some horrible things, in my opinion, to me and others. Like, I don't want my channel to be a place where you come and you get angry at the world. And I know you might say, yeah, but look at some of your content, you're angry. Yeah, but there's a purpose behind it. Like, where there's momentum towards where we're going with it. And there's a lot of times, just for in my opinion, with Mundane Matt Peterman, there's a justice behind it of what they've done, not just to me, but to other people, right? But I don't want people to come on my channel and feel like shit because they feel like their political stance is getting, I don't know, because they feel like they're being disrespected in how they feel. It's hard because sometimes I think no matter, how many times I tell people, hey, don't get mad at me because I hate both sides. Don't think I'm your enemy. If you don't think how other people think, they will look at you as their enemy, period. It's something I've noticed. And the majority of you guys that comment have been great. You guys are on the same page where you're very, a lot of, I think, our generation, it's interesting. We have a lot of still the outrage culture, but we also have a lot of people who think like me, where it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. So let's just sit in the middle and critically analyze what's going on. And make humor from it until we can change it, because it's just silly. It's just silly. But I don't think that's going to be possible. So, I don't know. But here's what I'd like to do. If you would like, go subscribe. Joy Sparkle F it, EFF. So Joy space Sparkle space E as in elephant, F as in fat, F as in fat. God, you can tell my subconscious what I'm thinking about myself. And then space IT for it. I will put a link in the description if you'd like. Go subscribe if you want to see like other content that I don't put out, political stuff, live streams, stuff of that nature. So go subscribe and let me know in the comments what you think. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think. As well, I'm gonna start building up my Bitchute. I'm JoySparklebS on Bitchute. Add me on Bitchute. I will start putting videos up. And I think I might upload some political stuff there too, if it's something you guys want to see. So let me know. I know I've talked a lot. I feel like I rambled a lot, but I like getting your guys' feedback. And God, itchy nose, always itchy nose. I like getting your guys' feedback. I like hearing about what you guys think. You know, I want my platform to be a place where everybody's happy. I mean, I know I make some angry content, but I mean like where people enjoy what they're seeing. And I want, and politics I think is too divisive for that to happen. And it's not like I'm super passionate about like, I need to be a political commentator. I just want to goof on it. I really just want to goof on shit, you know? It'd be one thing if I was super passionate about my beliefs. My belief is that they're all silly and full of shit, and let's all help each other, right? That's me though. Not telling everybody else how to live, that's just how I live, right? How I try to. So tell me what you guys think. Go subscribe, JoySparklebS it, as well as I'm on Younow if you ever want to see me. I'm not on there much right now because I'm so focused on making content. A battle I'm also having, if you hear my voice sound funny, is I'm making so much content. I went from not talking at all, hardly, like just, you know, not doing much, not talking much during my day, to talking all the time in videos. So I'm dealing with a lot of hoarse voice, just from overusing it. So I'm not streaming a whole lot, and I can't stream right now on this channel. But I'm really just taking my time to build the subscribers and build content and build ad revenue, and it's working. And I want to say another big thank you to you guys. 15,000 subscribers, holy shit. And I think we're about to hit another, like, so it's gonna be like 15,100 here in just a minute. I'm really grateful, and I'm gonna try to celebrate these milestones more, and not just, you know, it's good to appreciate you guys. I want to appreciate y'all more, and at the same time I want to get it in my head the responsibility that having a platform carries, because that never registered before. Not fully. It didn't really hit me. So anyway, tell me what you guys think. Subscribe on to JoySparklebS it, JoySparklebS on Younow, and JoySparklebS on Bitchute. And we'll see what happens. So thank you for listening to my rambles. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope it's at least entertaining. People seem to like it. I don't know. I'm just like, God, y'all like sitting and listening to just me ramble? All right, I'm fun to ramble for days. And you know, I feel like it is a conversation because I get to converse in the comments and see what y'all think and whatnot. So, all right, and thank you to everybody who comments. There are several people that comment all the time. Shout out to Eric. Oh my God, Eric comments. He's like first in almost every video. Hey, Eric. There's just a lot of great people, and I just really appreciate, and know when I say it, and when I write all those comments to you guys, I do appreciate the comments, and I appreciate y'all who comment. A lot of y'all are like literally within the first hour, I see the same people, and I'm getting to know you guys a little bit, and I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. And I do want to say a special shout out. I know a lot of people with invisible illness or chronic pain or chronic illness watch, because I see y'all in the comments, and y'all taught me how your day is going, and I'm praying for y'all, and I hope y'all get better. And God love it. God help it. If I can fully get better, holy shit, if I can fully get better and get my body back, I'm going to be really dedicated to trying to help other people find alternative ways to help their health. That's really, like, I'm so passionate about that because it just seems stupid that we're all walking around sick. The thing that's, and I don't want to get too much into this topic because I'm about to end the video, but the thing that sucks about that is that we figured out what's causing my fibro, but what's causing my fibro may not be causing 80% of the other fibro out there. Because there's still so much unknown about fibromyalgia. Does that make sense? So it's and people go crazy when you talk about medical stuff. I only talked about my journey, and people went crazy at me saying she's giving medical advice to kids, and I'm like, that never fucking happened, ever. Never gave medical advice to kids on my channels. What are you talking about? So it's a very slippery slope, but as time goes on, it's something I will continue to talk about more. More so because I want to get information out to help other people who are suffering, because it's one of those things where it's like, I know what that feeling of like, if I could just even alleviate what's going on by 10%, and if there's a possibility that there's information I have that could help you do that, it feels like, you know, it's one of those things where it feels like what I've gone through has some meaning to it. as long as I can come out stronger, get on the other side, and see if I can help other people, if it's possible to, if it is a possibility. So anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I love y'all. I'll see you soon. Take care. Blessings. Good night, good morning, wherever it is it's night for me, but I don't know when y'all watch. Well, y'all watch this at 1 p.m. So good afternoon, good day, or if you're in the UK, I guess, whatever. Good. What do y'all say? What's a Jolly Roger? And y'all in the UK, tell me what a Jolly Roger is. I've heard this term before, and I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go. I'm tired. I'm getting silly. I'm tired. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Mwah. Goodbye. Oh, and goodbye for my co-host. She's still sleeping. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Mama woke you up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, good night from co-host, or good afternoon from co-host. I'm leaving. Goodbye.